Hi, I wanted to come on here quickly and do a little bit of an energy update as something has come to my attention and I wanted to share it with the collective. I think this could be important and just interesting as well. So on November 17th, the North Node is going to go back into the same degree it was at during the Pisces blood moon eclipse on September 7th, which is at the 15th degree. Now, this is a critical degree. It's a strong degree, and this is known as the gate of the avatar. This is a powerful midway point, and this brings lucky breaks and growing us towards our higher purpose and our soul's destiny. Now, you want to go back and you want to see what was happening on the blood moon eclipse, as well as a week or so before and 2 weeks afterwards. So roughly from August 29th to the 21st of September, which was the solar eclipse and the second Virgo new moon that we had. Go back, have a look, go through your phone, see what was happening. Did you take some pictures? Did you have some synchronicities? Did you have some things unfolding for you with your twin or just for you? What was happening? Just go back to there, because that's going to come back. That energy is coming back on the 17th. We're going back to that same degree in the North Node that's in Pisces. Okay, so the North Node is in Pisces and it's going back to that same degree. Okay, so it's going to activate this, it's going to bring it back in, and that whatever stories were playing out then is going to come back in. For me personally, I had lots of omens, I had rainbows, I had the orange shark show up, I was dreaming of my twin every night, and I had an increase in much bigger and more profound synchronicities. That has all returned for me. And that's been for the last 3 days. For 3 days now, I've had a increase in all of those things. So I had a rainbow back, during August, and I've recently just had another rainbow. I don't see rainbows every day. It's not normal for me to get a rainbow. So I actually hadn't had one since then. So, here we come back and we've got another rainbow. The orange shark has actually resurfaced. So it was on August 29th that the orange shark showed up for me as an omen. And today, the orange shark has shown back up again. Okay, the synchronicities, like I said, are going crazy here. So, and really fun. It's really great. So it's activating that North Node in Pisces back to that 15th degree. Like I said, this is known as the gate of the avatar. It's a very powerful midway point. And also, so all through that pretty much the rest of November, even that first week of December now, okay, from the 17th, and even from now, because like I said, I'm already getting this. I've gotten it for the last 3 days or so. But basically, that's going to really activate on the 17th. As I mentioned in my last video, the Ophiuchus Rising video, I mentioned that the first place that Ophiuchus activates is actually on the 17th of November to the 23rd of November, on that cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. Okay, it's like overlapping, so it's a very potent place in itself, just right there. It's a very potent area. And then we have this, we've got a water trine activation, and this North Node in Pisces is going to bring back this energy from the blood moon eclipse in Pisces. You're probably all feeling this already. And so then also what we have is that we have the new moon in Scorpio just 2 days later on the 19th, which is at the 28th degree of Scorpio. So again, we have a very intense degree happening just 2 days later. On top of that, Mercury retrograde is going to return back into Scorpio on the Scorpio new moon. So right there is a very powerful portal. We have this activation on the 17th from this North Node in Pisces, activating that up again, taking us back to what was happening during the full moon in the eclipse season So some key dates for the rest of November is definitely going to be the 17th, the 19th, the 22nd. We have the Grand Water Trine getting activated there. And then we have Mercury and Venus the 24th of November. Then we have the 29th. We have Mercury leaving its retrograde and going direct. And then in the first week of December, we have the full moon in Gemini, the twins, on the 4th of December. You know, as we culminate, as we go from the new moon to the full moon, because that's a powerful portal all through there. Okay, that's what I'm saying is, you know, whatever is happening now, you know, until we get to that full moon, because it's all really, really potent. It's very transformational what's happening. So I just thought I'd bring that to your attention and just remind you, or just to bring it to your attention, to go back what was happening during that time. And then, okay, the gate of the Avatar degree, this definitely reminded me that Avatar 3, which is called Fire and Ash, is going to be coming out on December 19th, 2025. And I find this so interesting because another thing that's happening in December is that the Black Moon Lilith, will be moving into the sign of Sagittarius on the very next day, on the 20th of December, just one day after this movie, Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. Black Moon Lilith is going to leave the sign of Scorpio and go into the sign of Sagittarius. Now, Black Moon Lilith going into a fire sign, okay, is going to be pretty fierce, right? It's going from powerful Scorpio, which has been pretty fierce as well. So again, like I've mentioned, you know, in my latest video, like I said, Ophiuchus, I talk about this cusp here of Scorpio and Sagittarius, because, you know, in the sky, in the constellation of these two, they are playing out a little story there. So, you know, Sagittarius is coming in, is pointing his arrow at Scorpio in the sky. That's what he's doing. And here we go. We're going to move out of Scorpio into Sagittarius. And like I say, it's going to be quite fierce, but on a different level. We're going from water power to fire power. Now, Scorpio is a very powerful and transformative sign. It's very deep, very powerful. And it's, you know, a water sign, so it's feminine and it packs a lot of power to it. Now, Sagittarius is fire power, okay? And it's coming from the planet of Jupiter, which is the great benefic, okay? It's the highest vibration. It represents wisdom, you know, it represents joy, abundance, you know, optimism. It's a high vibe, okay? It's very high vibrational. So, you know, we're moving into that. I just think it's really interesting. I also went back and I had a look at The Way of Water, which was the second Avatar. Now, this came out on December 16th in the year 2022. And as I mentioned, that was a year for the feminines. So the years 2022 and 2023 were focused on the feminine energy. There was a lot of focus on the feminine energy, and the masculines have been under, you know, their season from 2024 and 2025. Now, as I just mentioned, The Way of Water came out in 2022 on December 16th. And at that time, the Black Moon Lilith was in the sign of Cancer. So that's a water sign. I just think that's really interesting. Could mean absolutely nothing, but I just find it all really interesting that those things are playing out the way they are. Whether it's intentional or not, it just goes to show that there are no coincidences, right? Okay, so now also I'm recording this on November 15th. Remember, I'm talking about the 15th degree. So this has been a synchronicity. Now check this out. So I happen to know one of the senior animators for the movie Avatar. He lives here in Wellington, New Zealand, and works at Weta Workshop, and they are one of the, you know, they're a world-renowned place for animation and graphics and basically movie stuff. I don't know all the details. Anyway, I know him quite well and I hear from him occasionally. I have known him since the year 2022 actually, and he's been, like I said, one of the main animators. He's a senior animator, a very fantastic artist actually, and he's, yeah, as I mentioned, one of the main animators for Avatar, so he always comes to mind. Check this out. As I'm editing this video for you guys, and it's all about Avatar, it has an Avatar theme, he messaged me today on the 15th as I'm editing this. So how about that for a synchronicity for you? It's really phenomenal. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, there are just no coincidences, right? It's like the synchronicities when they're on, when they're on fire, basically. I mean, this is what my day has been like. I've had an increase in synchronicities. I'm making a video called The Gate of the Avatar, and the main animator of the movie Avatar that's coming out that I've just been talking about happens to message me. So funny, so interesting. You just gotta love it. So anyway, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and finish off here for today. I am sending you so much love. I thank you very much for listening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.